strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Welcome everybody, it is Bulldog here, and the Great Burning has started. It is finally here, and it is off to a raging success so far. We're gonna talk about what's going on here with this year 5 anniversary. The 5-year anniversary event for Splinterlands is going on all this month. We are less than 24 hours. We're only about 24 hours into this, and we have burned nearly 300 million DEC. If you come over here to the shop page, you can go to this event, and you have the option to come in here and simply burn DEC. So why are so many people going in here and lighting their cryptocurrency on fire? It is for 2 reasons. First off, it is to get guild power, okay? So they have just released this new, what do you want to call it? Token, whatever the case is. People roll your eyes, oh, a new token, this new, it's not really a token, this new point system that is guild power. And basically what this does is it's a new way to contribute to your guild buildings, okay? It's gonna have some other roles here down the line, but in its current form, it'll be usable later this month. It is simply an alternative way to contribute to your guild building. So if you come in here to your guild buildings, right now, if you come in here, you can go to your buildings and you can just, let's go to one that costs DEC. You can contribute DEC or DECB to your guild to help level up that building. Okay, when you do that, it's burnt, it's completely gone, it goes to your guild. If you leave the guild, you don't get anything out of that, okay? And they felt like a lot of people weren't contributing to their guild or didn't feel great about contributing to their guild because sometimes people switch guilds around, right? And if you pay all this money to help upgrade your guild buildings, you want to feel like you own part of that, right? But it's whoever owns the guild that actually owns that, and they can do whatever they want. They can kick you out. They can go sell the guilds, whatever the case is, right? So what guild power is going to do, when you burn DEC, you will get guild power that you can then come contribute in the same way. But if you leave the guild, you will be able to take 90% of your guild power back and take it with you to another guild. Okay, so it's not all just lost if you decide that you want to move guilds, or maybe the guild owner goes inactive, and then it's just kind of this dead weight guild, and now you have to leave, but you've spent all this money upgrading buildings and helping out. Well, now you can take 90% of that with you. So that's essentially what guild power is. I think it's going to play a factor in guild leaderboards and some other things as well, but in its immediate form that is coming here very soon, later this month, that is how you'll be able to contribute to your guild buildings now. So essentially what we're doing by burning here is it's basically like locking up your DEC to later be spent on guilds, okay? Kind of like DECB was a way of locking the DEC to your account, burning it, and you were getting a discount in order to get DECB that you would spend later down the line on guilds or whatever. Anything that you could burn DEC on, spend it on energy potions, whatever the case. Well, to incentivize people to go ahead and burn their DEC and lock it into being spent on guilds, they are giving away massive prizes for doing so. So you can see these down here. We've got guild power. So if I come in here and type in, if I say I want to burn 10,000 DEC, I will get 10,000 guild power, and I will get 3 bonus points. It starts at 3, it's gonna work its way down to 1 by the end of the event. So the earlier you burn, the more points you get. You get points that are going to go towards these awesome prizes. So we go to the leaderboard. Whoever burns the top, is it 200? The top 200 people who burn DEC are going to qualify. As we scroll all the way down, 200. There should be prizes here someplace. It's down here at the bottom. I'm on the wrong screen. Anyways, I thought it was at the bottom of the leaderboard. Top 200, we'll get these prizes here. Number 1 is a entire tract of lands with a legendary title. So people are going to be fighting over, particularly fighting over the top 10. Even the top 200 get titles. But then there's also just random giveaways. For every 10,000 points you earn, you get an entry into the giveaways. And they're gonna give away Rooney, land plots, alpha packs, beta packs, untamed packs, Rift Watcher gems, nightmare packs. Over half of the giveaways, I think it's about 60% of the value from the giveaways is from random, just to random entries. You got about 40% of the value locked in the leaderboard, the top 200. Somebody else did the math on this. I'm kind of trusting them. I saw it in Mav chat. I think it was like 42 or 43% go to the leaderboard. Nearly 60% are random giveaways. So that's the incentive to go ahead and burn your DEC now to lock it into the guilds, to being spent on guilds. And these guild points, there's also going to be new guild buildings down the line very soon, is that you get entries. You get entries, or you can get on the leaderboard to get these prizes. It says the prizes are valued over 100,000. I think it's over $150,000 worth of prizes that they are giving away. So we were curious, how much DEC are we going to burn? Because you're not spending on entries. This DEC that you're burning, you're still keeping that value. It's just locking it into being spent on the guild. If we go back to this leaderboard page, you can see we've burned 194 million. We are now past, as I was starting to make this video, we were at about 290 million DEC. It's DEC plus DECB, which is the soulbound that you can only use it for burning, but it can be used in a lot of the same places DEC can. So if you combine them together, we were about 290 million. It is now over 300 million. 308 million DEC or DECB has been burned for this event. By the way, the animation is pretty cool. You can see I burned 150. I burned some on the Darth Squirrel account to contribute to that guild. Here's what the animation looks like when you actually burn it. I'm gonna go to a quick video replay for when I burned mine. I like this animation. That was nice. I wasn't expecting that. Nice little animation to throw in there on top of it. So anyways, what does this mean for the economy? All of this DEC burnt. This is why I have been loading up on DEC. I have bought quite a bit of DEC that I'm honestly just there to flip. Just there to flip for when it goes back to peg or par value. Let me refresh this because we've burnt more DEC. I don't know if it. Nope. Price has gone down just a hair. But no. DEC was about 0.72, 0.73. Just, you can see right here where it's peaked 0.735 just a few days ago. Just about a week ago. It's up significantly. We are now under 5 billion DEC in circulation after this burning. Price has gone up. Are we going to get back to its par value? That's the question. It's meant to be $1 per 1,000 DEC. We are starting to get closer and closer to that. We're burning more and more DEC. In the last 2 months, we've burnt nearly 1 billion DEC. 5 billion DEC. How much is that? Okay, so let's kind of put some of this in perspective a little bit, because the reason I've been buying up DEC, because I believe not just from this event burning the DEC, but then we have land that is coming, okay? Land is supposed to be land 1.5. We've done a video on it. We've gone over everything with that. It's supposed to be here next month in June. It is very soon. So with Splinterlands, maybe it's July. Okay, maybe it's July. Whatever the case is, land 1.5 is going to be here very, very soon. That is their primary development, the focus for development is getting land 1.5 here. With land 0.5, you have to stake DEC on your lands in order to be able to place monsters on your lands. If all of the land in Splinterlands, all 150,000 plots, had stake DEC, if they were all used, we would need 7.5 billion DEC in circulation to do that. Okay? Now, literally, we're going to extremes here, okay? But just for the sake of it. Not all of the land is going to be used. There'll be some land that sits idle. Not everybody's going to be putting max cards on their land, especially at the very beginning. Surely there's going to be a decent chunk that's not used, okay? But we don't have enough to use a third of the land. We only have we have now less than 5 billion DEC in circulation. We need 7.5 billion to use up all of the land. And remember, that's 5 billion, but that's not 5 billion liquid. The Splinterlands company holds a lot of DEC, so they can exchange DEC for credits when people try to buy credits and use credits on the marketplace. We have DEC in the liquidity pools. We have DEC just that everyday players are using for normal market transactions, for renting and buying and selling cars, and just for the marketplace use. I'm sure there's plenty of DEC just sitting in random idle accounts. That's not 5 billion liquid. Well, let's say that was liquid, okay? Let's just look at some numbers here, okay? Just all theoretical. This is going to extreme, but just to kind of show why people are excited about getting DEC to peg and the amount of DEC that needs staked on land. Let's say that we need to mint 2.5 billion more DEC because we want to use the max amount of DEC on land, and we're going to say this is all liquid. Okay, again, neither of those is necessarily true, but just bear with me for some fun with numbers. In order to mint that DEC, you have to come over here and convert. You burn SPS to create more DEC. So DEC can be minted anytime by burning SPS. That's only valuable to do so if DEC is at par or a little above par value. So if the market doesn't have enough and we need to create more, that's how it will be done when the price skyrockets. At the current SPS price of 2.1 cents, in order to mint 2.5 billion DEC to use on the lands, it would take 120 million SPS. 120 million SPS to get the DEC we need to run the current economy. Here's our current total liquid SPS. That's a quarter of the liquid. A quarter of the liquid SPS would have to be burned in order to generate the DEC we need. And again, that's all theoretical. It's making assumptions that are definitely not true. Not all the DEC is liquid. That would actually increase these numbers. Not all the land's going to be used. If we were burning that much SPS, the price of SPS would spike, which would mean that you would need to burn less SPS because it's based on the market value of SPS. So yeah, those are theoretical numbers that wouldn't really happen, but it still gives you an idea of why people are excited about this, right? Why are we so excited about getting DEC back to its par value? About getting this is the flywheel started. This event right here plus land is going to put a ton of pressure on DEC. Is it actually going to be enough to start the flywheel? I don't know. That's hard to say. We don't know how much land is going to be used. We don't know how much we're ultimately going to end up burning. Remember, these points decrease each day we go on, so you're going to have a lot more burn in this first 24 hours than you will any other day. But I still think we're going to burn a lot more. There's going to be a rush for this leaderboard here. There's going to be a competition as these people fight for spots, trying to get that tract of land, trying to get 50 land plots, 25 land plots. There will be more people. This leaderboard is going to move a little bit. There's still a lot more DEC to be burned, and like I said, we've burned a bunch just since I started making the video. But so I don't know if this is going to be enough. This plus land will be enough to start that flywheel. Because what will actually happen is, as you get close, you've got people like me. I bought up a lot of DEC that just to hold and sell as DEC goes up. I was buying it at 75 cents per 1,000 just last week in anticipation of this. So buying that and selling it up at 95 cents, 98 cents, whatever the close. As we get up towards $1, is a decent chunk of profit for. I mean, it's not these 100 times gains or whatever you see on some of these videos, but it's still being able to make 20-30% profit in the span of a couple months is very, very good return. That was my big play here with this, and I think you can still do that even buying it at 85 cents. But so you're gonna have a lot of people like me that as it approaches peg are going to be selling quite a bit of DEC. So getting up near peg and actually getting over peg to start the flywheel is a whole different ball game there. But well, man, land's going to eat up so much DEC. We're seeing what, again, this is 300 million DEC that we're talking about. And it spiked DEC prices up 10-20%. What's going to happen when land needs billions of SPS or billions of DEC? It's going to spike it even more, and I'm excited. This is the whole economy setup, and then you have once that flywheel starts, you have the SPS. You have pressure on SPS now, right? You get buy pressure on SPS because you need to burn SPS to mint that DEC. Then we add SPS player staking on top of that. Then you have SPS utility, the two major utilities for SPS that this economy really relies on. SPS price has been plummeting for quite a while because we have no utility. The two big utilities are burning SPS to mint DEC and player staking and staking for rewards in game. The staking for rewards in game is coming here very soon. 1 to 2 months, maybe probably about 2 months. Are we going to get the flywheel activated as well to start SPS burning to mint DEC? Is that going to become active? If we add both of those, the whole economy changes. Everything changes about Splinterlands. And that is a turning point. That is a new era in Splinterlands when we get that SPS utility. There is suddenly reason to believe the SPS price is going to do well. That is why everybody's excited about Splinterlands. I shouldn't say everybody's excited. We've got plenty of people upset in the community, but there is a ton of excitement around this economy. And finally, after 2 years of SPS being here, finally getting that utility, finally really getting the economy that Matt has had in mind, getting that started. We might finally be there. We might be a few months away from finally being there, and I can't wait. I absolutely cannot wait. It's gonna be a lot of fun. What do you guys think? Let me know. How much DEC are you burning? If you're going to be helping your guild upgrade, you might as well burn it now and get some entries. Might as well do it now. How much DEC are you buying like me just to flip in a few months? It's gonna be fun. Let me know in the comments. See you guys on stream.